Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. In this video, we are going to take an essay on overpopulation. So let's start. Citizens in developing countries like India are already living in a very overpopulated country. Over 50% of the population struggle to find means to survive. They struggle to get just the basic necessities that include shelter and food. A lot of these third world countries barely get any funding on birth control. In a lot of families, the girls leave school at an early age and then try to make a family. A lot of the studies have proven that the lower the education, the higher the birth rate. We must also consider the supply of food. We won't have much supply to meet the demand for the overpopulation, and this is cause for concern. The farmers won't get enough land to grow their crops, and this creates more issues with the supply of food. A lot of third world countries face a lot of difficulty in growing, and this mainly because of overpopulation. The problem is that even if these countries were to develop faster and have a better economy, even that wouldn't solve the problem, as the damage is already done. So it's very important that we take action now and make sure we create awareness for the future. This is highly important as we can avoid many issues such as the depletion of resources and avoid scarcity of resources. The educated must seriously consider their choices because there are already so many children in the world, and we must really take a step back to think. Overpopulation is a rising concern, especially in developing nations. We must try and look forward into the future and try to save the best for future generations. The issue now is that people don't think about the future consequences. We must try to create a world that is more sustainable to live in, and no harm comes to the quality of life. Overpopulation is a huge problem in the current global scenario today. Overpopulation requires immediate solutions, as it has reached alarming rates. This problem can be solved easily by some family planning, but only the educated know about this, and we need to inform the set of the population that isn't aware of this problem. Family planning basically means trying to create a balance between the resources we have left and the population. The difference in this family planning balance is what gives us problems. When family planning, we must consider the welfare of each individual and their overall happiness at the same time. We must factor in humanitarian crisis and the country as a large. Every human being has the right to get the most basic necessities to live, and this includes employment, education, housing, health care, clothing, food and water. We must factor in all of this so that we can live a prosperous life. The problem without overpopulation is that the government the government and the higher authorities find it difficult to supply the required means to everyone. Countries like Bangladesh and Pakistan requires the most amount of family planning, as most of the population are struggling to make ends meet. The world population is set to double by the year 2050, which means we'll run out of resources really fast, and this means that our living expenses by then will be a lot and not affordable for a lot of people. A lot of the third world countries face a lot of difficulty in growing, and this mainly because of overpopulation. The problem is that even if countries were to develop faster and have a better economy, even that wouldn't solve the problem, as the damage is already done. So it is very important that we take action now and make sure we create awareness for the future. This is highly important as we can avoid many issues such as the depletion of resources and avoid scarcity of resources. The educated must seriously consider their choices because there are already so many children in the world, and we must really take a step back to think. We must really take a step back to think. One of the main reasons for overpopulation is the difference between the death rate and the overall birth rate in the population. The only way to find balance in this by equalizing the number of deaths per birth, but this hasn't happened in a long time. Because of improved health care, people are living longer. Technological advancements have made it easier for people to have children if it wasn't physically possible. Before. And at the same time, the death rate is so low because of the improved health facilities, which help people live longer lives. While all this is good for mankind, it isn't good for the environment and the future. We have to create policies that help people get a better understanding of the overpopulation crisis and create a stricter laws on birth control. People should consider adoption when having children, as there are so many unwanted children in the world, and this is a more fulfilling process. So, to conclude, we must make weaker sections of society more aware of the problems that people face, so that people can get a more structured understanding of the issues at hand. By creating awareness only can people get informed on the various issues at hand. We must tell people to make more conscious efforts so that we can reap the benefits of later without future generations. So today's essay was on overpopulation. How educated people and the government should handle this problem and manage it perfectly. I wish you understand it and get benefit from the video. Please don't forget to like it and subscribe to the channel to get more videos. See you next time. Goodbye.